a lot about work versus play. And I've been thinking a lot about this topic lately because I, like many entrepreneurs, struggle with the division between work and life. That's why I teach it so often in my self-care workshops, because entrepreneurs tend to struggle with work-life balance. When you're an entrepreneur, you are typically doing what you love, what often used to be a hobby or something that you feel compulsive about. And so to stop at the end of the day is a little bit foreign to us, but it's also really necessary. And so my Instagram story this weekend was just a little snippet of this processing that I have been doing. I tend to wake up in the morning and the first thing I start thinking about is work, which is not healthy. This is my Croatian flag. I wouldn't start working, but I was still checking boxes off in my head of things that I needed to write down in my bullet journal, or things that I needed to make sure I did that day, meetings that were upcoming, and I was just kind of like going through the motions in my head, which meant that I wasn't taking the morning to self-care and to just welcome the day. And I mentioned a couple videos ago that can trigger a fight or flight response. You start getting into stress way earlier in the day than you ever need to. And honestly, you don't necessarily have to have stress in your day in general. That's a goal. In the same vein, sometimes we don't stop working. I found myself working last night on accident. As entrepreneurs, many of our thoughts are aligned with our businesses just naturally. And so I thought to myself, well, I gotta make sure I start working on my Facebook ads. But then I started doing it rather than writing it down and leaving it for tomorrow. It also can feel like irresponsible to just have playtime, to go out and see friends, or go to the movies, or whatever else you like to do for your free time, and let go of work completely. It's definitely easier for me to do over the weekends. And I realized that I was holding a little too much space for my work. I was honestly like trying to conserve my energy for the work that was upcoming. It was evening or the weekend. Like, there's no reason to be conserving energy at that point. I mean, obviously you don't want to hurt yourself. I just realized that I was scared of overspending energy, which can be a problem for me because I have PTSD. I was hurting myself in another way, in that I wasn't really seeing my friends, which is a really important thing to me. It feeds my soul. Seeing people that I love and that I can have good conversation with is just as important to me as my business is. Think a lot more about what you're doing with your time. So I want to just start using my time a little bit more wisely as an entrepreneur. Kind of get rid of some of the extra activities I don't need to be doing, like watching Netflix. I've also started waking up in the mornings and watching a TED Talk right away because it inspires me, but it also allows just the morning to wash over me. I've been doing this in bed, and I know that you're not supposed to use technology in bed. I 100% agree with that rule, but it's really nice to wake up and just kind of allow some brilliant mind to just deposit a few ideas into my head first thing in the morning, and then I feel inspired and also thoughtful, and I spend a lot more of my morning thinking those ideas rather than thinking about the shit that I have to get done. So that's like a new little vibe for me. And then definitely seeing a lot more people, but still making sure that I have time to plan. It doesn't take that long. Like, to go through my bullet journal, it just doesn't take that long. So maybe this is helpful for you, maybe it's not. Maybe you have a fantastic work-life balance and you have no problems cutting out work at the end of the day. I say that I cut out work by 6 p.m. and technically that's true, but then I wouldn't like go do anything else. And so I hope that you can be honest with yourself and recognize, like, are you still working after the hours that you say you won't be? Even if it's only in your head, thinking about work and planning and scheming in your head, you're still working. Let's be real. So if this helped, let us know. Comments below, you know we're there. I'll talk to you guys later.